government has just passed a new law called the Affordable Horse Act, declaring that every citizen must purchase a horse by April 2014. These affordable horses will cost an average of $54,000 to $155,000 each. This does not include taxes, trailering, training, feed and farrier fees, boarding, show and transportation fees, veterinarian bills, or the occasional hospitalization. This law has been passed because until now, typically only wealthy and financially responsible people have been able to purchase a horse. This new law ensures every American can now have an affordable horse of their own because everyone is entitled to a horse. If you purchase your horse before the end of the year, you will receive 4 free saddle pads, not including monthly usage fees. In order to make sure everyone purchases an affordable horse, the cost of owning a horse will increase on average of 250 to 400% per year. This way, wealthy people will pay for something that other people don't want or can't afford to maintain. But to be fair, people who can't afford to maintain their horse will be regularly fined, and children under the age of 26 can ride their parents' horse to show until they turn 27. Then they must purchase their own horse. If you already have a horse, you can keep yours. Just kidding, no you can't. If you don't want or don't need a horse, you are required to buy one anyhow. If you refuse to buy a horse or can't afford one, you will be regularly fined $800 until you purchase one or face imprisonment. Failure to ride your horse will also result in fine. People living in the inner city, low desert, or who live in cities or areas with no access to stables or show rings are not exempt. Age, fear of falling, no equestrian experience, lack of horsemanship skills, or inability to ride are not acceptable excuses for not using your horse. A government review board that doesn't know the difference between withers, fetlock, or the tail of a horse will decide everything, including when, where, how often, for what purposes you can use your horse, along with how many people can ride your horse, and determine if one is too old or healthy enough to be able to ride their horse. They will also decide if your horse has outlived its usefulness, or if you must purchase specific accessories like a $5,000 saddle, or a newer and more expensive green warm blood from Europe. Those that can afford fancy hunters will be required to do so. It's only fair. The government will also decide the name for each horse. Failure to comply with these rules will result in fines and possible imprisonment. Government officials are exempt from this new law. If they want a horse, they and their families can obtain a horse for free at the expense of taxpayers. Unions, bankers, and mega companies with large political affiliation and lots of money are also exempt. I was going to order a new horse today, but the website is down. I'm sure they will fix it. I will try again tomorrow.